All right. And we're good.
And we're back.
Yup. Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yep.
On this
Third.
here show, Weeknights.
On this show, Weeknights. Yep. That's us, Weeknights.
Right. I never intro us. Let me intro us.
Go for it. Come on. Let me see what you got. Come on.
This is Weeknights. This is your almost daily dose of everything entertainment, pop culture, and what do you say? Something about the shameless?
Oh, I say we give you everything from the famous, the shameless, and everything in between.
Exactly. And that is what we are here to do. And my name is Dash, and this is my lovely co-host.
Trying to be like you the other day. I was like, it's my lovely co-host. He's like, oh, me? It's me?
As I wear my a little bit dramatic shirt.
And that is the proper shirt to wear for this day.
Right.
Anyway, I am JD, aka He Who Pods.
Yes. And he does pod.
Does. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And sometimes.
A lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times it's true.
Yeah.
And sometimes he plays audio.
Ooh,
So
we
I have
get right into it. Okay.
Yeah, it's not wasting any time. This week I ain't trying to waste no time. We bring back questions on Thursday or Friday or something.
Oh,
You know?
okay. All right. Well, then let's do it then. Hit it.
Yeah. So
Jack.
Matthew Knowles came forward and spoke with TMZ about Beyonce being snubbed for Album of the Year a billion times.
Right.
And here's what he had to say.
Okay.
Time after time after time for everything. I get it. But she's won 32, and really, as you say, 36 awards. So it's not that she's been overlooked. So why do you think that this one category is where they're disrespecting?
People don't know the process. Your record label can only appoint one person to the category. So that means her record label will call you out on your records. Her record label has never really put her in that category for consideration.
But she's been nominated, and I guess that's the problem, Matthew, is that people feel like they nominate her for Album of the Year, but then they give it to someone who, in the eyes of a lot of fans, had an inferior album. They were overlooked time after time after time forever. And that's the question, is like, why are they singling her out in that category?
Well, again, you have, going back to it ago, Beyonce on the same record label. The record label can only support one of those artists.
Why do you think that the label, which has made a fortune off Beyonce, why would they choose Adele over your daughter?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, there's a financial reason. Maybe Adele sold more records worldwide. I don't know these answers. But these are some of the thought processes that they go through.
And that's the question, is like, why are
All right. So there you go. That's Beyonce's dad.
Now, what is the relationship between Beyonce and her dad?
That's your department. I don't know.
I'm only asking because I understand where he's coming from, but I also want to make sure that he, as a source of this information, is credible.
Yeah.
Because he does not handle her business dealings anymore.
Right. That's Hope's department.
So, yeah, I'm just curious about what stake he has in her career at this point. But other than the fact that he's her father.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask the question. We don't need to dive into that. But I think he said something really important by saying that the label is involved and it has to do with the large acts coming out of that particular label.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they essentially have to decide who to push to the forefront for album of the year.
Well, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go, please.
It doesn't make sense to me what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why.
Mm-hmm.
We know, and maybe we know this because we're a little more savvy about music than the average consumer,
Mm-hmm.
but we know that a lot of the music companies are really subsidiaries of three companies.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I'm not sure how true what he's saying is. Because how would that work? Even a company like Columbia has a bunch of subsidiary companies. How could Columbia only submit one artist per category? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't, because that's just not how the industry is. Okay, when we talk about market share, right? And that's why I said this is not, maybe the average listener or consumer of music, this is going to sound weird, but as far as market share,
Uh-huh.
Columbia owns a specific piece of the music world, period, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then inside their piece of market share, let's just say, I wish I had a bowl close to me, but let's just say there was a bowl. Inside that bowl are all these little other subsidiary companies, but it's all Columbia.
Right.
So
Because
how would Columbia only submit one artist? Because most people are not only signed to Columbia. I don't think Beyonce is only signed to Columbia because she signed to her own label, which is a
she's signed to
subsidiary of Columbia.
right. She's signed to Parkwood Entertainment. That's why I'm making these faces, because I was gonna ask you, how does Parkwood come into play
Yeah, I'm about to look up
with
her
regards
last
to
release.
Columbia? But I, I I hear you, and I agree with what you're saying.
What the hell is my house?
I also am confused because Adele and Beyonce, and I don't know if this is just specific to album of the year or if this is specific to multiple categories, but Beyonce and Adele have been nominated for the same award before. I don't remember which one, and I don't remember what year, but they
Mm-hmm.
have been nominated in the same category
Yeah,
previously.
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem accurate. I also have Beyonce's Renaissance album pulled up on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
It says copyrights 2022, Parkwood Entertainment LLC, under exclusive license to Columbia Records, a division of Sony Music Entertainment. And that's why I'm talking about market share.
Right,
Because Sony/Columbia is one of the huge conglomerates of the music industry. It
right,
doesn't make sense to me that they would only be able to put up one person. That means that really album of the year or any category would only be able to have 3 or 4 nominees.
right.
And we know that's not the case. We've seen situations where Def Jam, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
Universal, for example, which is the parent
Mm-hmm.
company of Def
Right.
Jam, has had all 5 people in the category.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. And again, that's why I'm saying I'm trying to, I know that he was very involved in her career at one point, but he hasn't been for a very long time.
Right.
And I'm just also wondering, is this more unique to, if let's assume for a second he's telling the truth or he's giving accurate information. Saying he's telling the truth is not the right way to say that, but let's say he's giving accurate information, then is that specific to album of the year? Because everybody's not going to be
Mhm.
nominated for album of the year, right?
He didn't say album of the year. He said per category.
Yeah. Yeah, so to me that's weird because I could see it for album of the year. Like, you have to be able to get behind an artist in order to campaign for them, because there's a bit of campaigning that happens for
Behind the
these
scenes, yeah.
big awards. Um, I think there was even an artist on the Grammys that just happened over the weekend that mentioned that they actually, you know, have to go in and listen to the albums and all of that in order to make their selections. So I'm just, I'm wondering if that's, if that were true, could it be that that's true for specific categories? Even I know he didn't say that, but I'm just thinking for album of the year, yeah, you would want, if your label is, you would want your label to be able to back whoever it is so that you can push them forward. If
Sure.
you create, I mean, you could also argue divide and conquer, put Beyonce and Adele in the category so that at least one of them get it.
Yeah.
But somebody, it almost feels like, and I don't know this for sure, but I know what it's like to be a black lady. And it almost feels like somebody over at the Academy met Beyonce one day and didn't like her very much. You can't blackball Beyonce, right? But you can do little things, can't you?
Yep.
And I just wonder, is there somebody she rubbed, or maybe she didn't even rub the wrong way? Is there somebody who is rubbed the wrong way by her? Who has sway and has power and has just decided that she will never get that?
Possibly.
I don't know. It's frustrating. I was less frustrated last year. This year I'm like, ugh. it just really gets me because I'm like, what is it? What the hell is it? And like I said, I
Right.
know what it's like to be a black lady. I don't know what it's like to be Beyonce, but I do know what it's like to be a black lady. And I feel like sometimes if somebody has it out for you, it could completely throw things off.
Right. I'm trying to find who was nominated last year for album of the year. Okay, got it. So last year you had, yeah, see exactly what you said just happened, is what happened last year, and so that has to be wrong. Album of the year last year, the nominees were ABBA, Voyage, Adele, 30, Brandy Carlisle, In These Silent Days, Coldplay, Music of the Spheres, Bad Bunny, I'm not saying that out loud, Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers,
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo, Special, Mary J. Blige, Good Morning Gorgeous Deluxe, Beyonce, Renaissance, and Harry Styles, Harry's House. Harry Styles won, but you just said that Beyonce and Adele were both nominated at the same time, and you're right. And not only are you right, but I looked up Adele's last album, 30, which is the one that was nominated last year at the 65th Annual Grammy Awards, and her label situation is identical to Beyonce's. Hers is Melted Stone is the label under exclusive license to Columbia Records, a division of Sony Music Entertainment. Same shit as Beyonce, both
Yeah.
in the same category. Sorry, Dad, but you ain't making a lot of sense.
I think Beyonce's daddy just likes to get chatty every now and then because he knows he's outside of the loop and he's outside of the circle. So he kind of gets involved. He kind of sticks his nose in things that he really probably shouldn't be involved in. I think that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, it just didn't
Beyonce,
make sense. That's why I was like, I it just didn't seem to add up to me. That's why I thought it's interesting that he said that, but as we were playing it, I'm also like, yeah, but does this have any validity to it? Because I don't know if it does the way that labels and market share work in the music business.
yeah, no, you're making a lot of sense, and I don't think that it's that simple as he said it. Um, So yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure Beyonce just be tired of all of them.
Oh yeah.
The mama, the daddy, even the husband, because her face. after he said what he said the other night.
Right.
He was like, "But I didn't ask you to
He's
get
like,
up
I just
there.
came here in my cowboy hat to block people. That's it.
I didn't ask you to say that. What made you? What made you
Right.
say that in front of all these people? You know we
Oh,
don't talk to the public."
right.
So yeah, very interesting, and only her mom, because her mom don't play about her, so her mom is
Oh
always
yeah. Mom Dukes don't play.
excuse me, I heard y'all said something about Beyonce or Solange, and I'm
Right.
gonna let you know what it really is.
Right.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
what we got next?
Well, let's keep it on Beyonce. Little Durk won the
Mm,
Grammy. He won for best collab, him and J. Cole.
yeah,
And actually they did not win for best collab. They won for best melodic rap song.
yes, they did.
Let
Yes,
me not
right.
misspeak after seeing that Matthew Knowles misspoke. Um so he was being asked some questions and he
Yeah.
said, I want to feature with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? He said that that would be his quote dream collab.
Okay. Well, maybe someday she'll oblige. I don't know. You never really know where Beyonce's gonna turn up.
That's true, but I have no idea what a Little Durk and Beyonce song sounds like. But let me also say,
I don't know what a Little Durk song sounds like.
yes, you do. You know the song that won the Grammy, J. Cole and Little Durk.
I don't remember
You know it.
it. Mm-mm,
I'll
don't
play.
play
I'll play
it.
like 2 seconds of it.
YouTube is gonna get us.
That's all I can play. Yes, you know it.
I do, but what's he
So
gonna
what I
do?
was gonna say is, even though I don't know what a Beyonce and Little Durk Durk song would sound like, I
Mm-hmm.
also had no clue what a Little Durk and J. Cole song was gonna sound like. So maybe they'll surprise us and it'll be some super hot fire.
Yeah,
Or
I don't
maybe
know.
Beyonce will say, sorry, but I can't help you.
Oh, she won't say anything.
Well, yes, that's very true.
But I don't know. I can't hear it, but I'm sure he has an idea. You know, I'm not the one. So
Right. And sometimes you just want to work with somebody, you know?
yeah,
Even if you don't have any idea yourself what that's gonna sound like. Sometimes you're just like, yo, I don't know, but I would love to work with such and such.
I mean, she's one of the biggest stars in the world. I don't, you know.
Right.
Ooh, listen, if I was a musician in some way and she just wanted me to hum, I'd probably do it. Just
I will gladly go whistle on a Beyonce song.
I mean, did you see, and you would be good at it too. Did you
Thank you.
see that? Okay, really quick, and then we can move off of this. But I see why she doesn't go outside. This just made me think of like how people fawn over her, because I am saying I would just hum on a song with her. But I'm just thinking about, did you see like all the photos of people? It was almost like she was a prop at the Grammys.
Oh, people just taking pics with her, right?
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
never go outside. I totally understand why
Your
it
girl Chloe
was
Bailey, her
uh-huh.
guy DDG took a picture with Beyonce.
Halle Bailey's guy,
Oh,
DDG.
whatever. Tomato, tomato, man.
N- no, because Halle Bailey has a baby with that man. What do you mean?
All right, but they're sisters. You know who I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. But
Give me a
yes,
piece of credit here.
I did see that, but I felt like that was probably more genuine than all the other ones because he probably is around her in some
Well, I know how
capacity
not
in
fond of
certain
that
moments.
guy you are, so that's why I shouted him out.
I mean, many people are not fond of him. We just worried about little cousin Hallie. That's it. We
Oh,
just
little
want to make sure
cousin.
Hallie is
Wow.
okay.
I didn't know she was our cousin. All right, let's move
I
on.
mean, if I don't know if Aretha was our auntie, then Hallie is our cousin. You
All
know,
right. There you have
so
it, folks.
Hallie's like the little cousin that you'd be like, oh, "Girl, you got a boyfriend? Is he nice? Like
Is he nice?
you
That's mad
know
funny.
the little he's
Is he
not a bad
nice?
boy, is he?" She's one of those. She is one
That's
of
mad
those.
funny.
First of all, I have a lot of younger girl cousins, so I'll be like,
That's
"Oh,
what you asked him?
that's your boyfriend? What you like about him?" Like, you you gotta know what they see in him because you don't know yet. You don't want to assume because what I assume may not be good. So you gotta what you like about him? Yeah, he treats you nice. You got
Show them your shirt. Show them your sweater again. What it says.
a little bit dramatic,
Yeah.
and it's true. It's true.
Speaking of dramatic, we haven't spoke about what we've been watching in a while.
We have not. No.
You seen anything dramatic?
What did I watch recently?
You want me to
Ooh,
go while you think? Oh, you got it. Go.
dramatic?
Go.
No, I thought of one. Okay, so beginning of the year, like I think it dropped on the
Like
first,
last month.
like last month.
Okay.
But when I say beginning of the year, I mean like the 1st of January.
Oh, okay.
This show on Netflix drops called Fool Me Once.
Okay.
Fool Me Once is about this lady who is dealing with the death of her husband, the murder of her husband.
Okay.
And all these things start happening that make it seem like her husband may be alive. And now she's on a quest to figure out what really happened
Oh, like Gone Girl?
to her husband.
So it's like the movie Gone Girl?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But it has all these twists and turns.
We like twists and turns.
And then when you get to the end,
Are
and
you
you
about to
just
spoil it? Because you got to say spoiler alert.
no, I'm not gonna spoil this. This is not
Oh,
something
okay.
spoiled. I know the difference. Then when you get to the end and you are certain things get revealed, it's like, well, what the fuck have I been watching? And I love me a show like that. The suspense. And then because it's a psychological thriller, so you're also very much throughout the show going, but did they, who did this? I watched it in like a day and a half.
How many episodes?
I think it's maybe 8 or 10
Oh, okay.
episodes. It's
Okay.
not very long. It's not very long. It's a sorry. It's a limited series, so I think it's just one season and done, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But
Yeah. Good show, huh?
good show. Good show. If you like suspense, if you like a good thriller, if you're like, well, if you like a good who did this? Fool me once is good. It's good. I would recommend it. I would even watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah. What
All
about you?
right. I haven't seen any shows recently, but I goes to the movies.
Right. Tell me about it.
So I seen a couple things. I saw Oppenheimer like 2 more times in
All
theaters.
right. We know you saw that like a million times and we know what you thought.
Yeah. So that's actually the last movie I saw. I went to finally see it in the IMAX. That was cool. But before that, actually 2 times I saw Iron Claw, the Iron Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went and saw the Iron Claw twice. It was good, man. Listen, what's this guy's name? The star? I'm so bad with names. Starts with a Z. He's in all the funny movies.
Starts with a
Zach.
Z.
Is it Zach?
Galifianakis?
No, that ain't the guy. Maybe I'm thinking of a different guy. Hold on. The Iron Claw. No, not the director. Zach Efron.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that. I don't know why I said Calvin. I guess.
So Zac Efron, no, that's all right. We accept that, Zach. Not the Zach we're talking about currently, but we accept that, Zach.
That's a fun Zach.
That's a fun Zach. And so is Zac Efron usually. But in this movie, Zac Efron is jacked. Zac Efron is buff. And Zac Efron might never need to do a funny movie again. He really showed his acting chops
Really?
in the Iron Claw. He was not funny at all in this movie. All right, maybe a little pinch. Maybe a little pinch.
Yeah, but for the most part, he was
But
serious, and it was good.
it's a serious movie. It's about a wrestling family called the Von Erichs, very
Mm-hmm.
popular in the wrestling community in the 80s. They just did a great job in the film, period. Lots of things they did a great portrayal of. You get to see a lot of people from the 80s be, reimagined on the big screen. And so it's cool to see people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but man, what a job Zac Efron did. Like, I got to be honest, I did not expect that Zac Efron would do such a kick-ass job, no pun intended. And then what's the guy from The Bear who just won an award? Jeremy.
Jeremy. Damn it.
Don't worry, I got it. Hold on.
Jeremy.
It's probably right on the center screen anyway.
Jeremy.
Got 3 names.
Jeremy Allen White.
Very good. That's his name. Jeremy Allen White also did a phenomenal job. I mean, the whole cast did a great job. It's really filmed in a good way too. Like, the cinematography and the way things are filmed was really cool. They show you, like, the struggles of their lives. You get to see the struggle of, like, being an owner in the 80s of a smaller wrestling franchise, and just, it's a tragic story. It's a tragic story. Very sad. You might even drop a tear. I don't know. But
And I am a
it's
crier
sad.
when it comes to movies. I will.
A lot of people die in this film.
Ooh, yeah.
And in sad ways.
Oh.
There's a lot of tragedy in that family, like, and you see there's a lot of moments where it's like, oh, you about to hit the next level, you about to level up, it's about to be crazy. Died. Oh man. Okay, all right. All right. So now the next sibling, we about to be, you about to get leveled up, you about to get crazy. Oh, tragic accident. Oh man. All right. Yeah. It's a lot of that in this movie. It's a lot of that. Sad.
That's
Sad.
unfortunate.
But it was good though. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good movie. So that's the last thing I saw in theaters besides Oppie. You know what I mean? Got to see Oppie as many times as possible. You know what I mean?
Last movie I saw was Ferrari.
Oh, I saw that too. How was it? How you like it, rather?
Ferrari was cool. It was good. I mean, it was.
Not that good, huh? Because you started up here and it's like, no, Ferrari was good. Ferrari was cool. I mean, Ferrari was.
Okay, so
Ferrari was.
I mean, it was a biopic. It was interesting in that sense, right? I was really intrigued by Penelope Cruz and Adam Driver. Adam Driver, because I feel like he's good at
Playing older Italian men.
I feel like he's good at, like, switching it up when he needs to. I mean, he's not like my favorite actor or anything like that, but I think Adam Driver does a decent job when he's doing the things that he's doing. And then Penelope Cruz, she was my favorite in the film.
She stole the show.
She did. I just felt like I should say I just felt her. I felt her energy. I felt her anger. I felt her sadness. I felt everything that she was feeling in the film. I was like, oh.
Right.
Oh, our son. I feel like she's so good, and she embodied the role.
Absolutely.
And that's really what got me.
One thing about Penelope Cruz, she can play an angry woman. I'm just saying. One of her most iconic roles was in the movie Blow. She was an angry woman in Blow.
Yeah. She, listen, she blew me away because I was
She
just
blew us
like,
all away with that. She
I
tried
was
to
like,
blow him away with the gun.
but
He's
I was
like,
like,
"Hey, the gun." It's like
right.
she's
I
like, "You
just
broke
felt
the
like,
rules."
oh,
She's
girl,
like, "You broke
I
the
get
rules, motherfucker.
it.
You broke the rules."
Yes, I was like, oh, girl, I get it. You told him he could cheat, but he not cheating right. It was
Not
just
following the rules of the
like,
cheat. You know what I'm saying? Listen, one thing I got to say: if they give you permission to step out, you better be following the rules.
and he wasn't following the
He was
rules.
not following the rules of the polyamory open relationship situation. You know what I
And
mean?
she said, well, let me go get my gun that you gave me. Okay? Let me go get my gun that you gave me, all
Right.
right? Because this is
Absolutely.
not working for me. So you need to
He was not with it.
fall in line. And what I loved, and maybe, I don't remember her name, her character's name, but
The
maybe
other
this is,
woman?
no, not the other. No. But, no, I'm talking about Penelope Cruz. What I was going to say is that, you know, is this what Jonathan Majors is looking for? Because even in the end, she held him down. She held him down. They may not have, I mean, this is not a, this is, I feel like when we're talking about real life stories, you don't have to talk about spoilers, but spoiler alert, if that makes you feel better.
Right.
But even though they didn't end up together, she still held him down to the end.
Right. I mean, they were together.
I mean,
They were their version of together.
well, that's true, but I think what happened. Actually, I don't think it was that. I think she ends up dying, and
Yes.
then he goes to live with his other family.
Full time.
So full time. But she held him down to
Yeah.
the end, and I think that's what Jonathan Majors is looking for. And I'm also wondering one last thing, and then we could
Okay.
I started watching the Malcolm X MLK
Oh, so you
series.
trying to learn about Coretta for real.
No, but I think it would be really interesting for Jonathan Majors to watch the series because Coretta wasn't with the bullshit. At least the way they're telling the
Okay.
story, Coretta was like, if you think I'm gonna just sit at home while you go and work and do what you want, I have goals and I have dreams and I have things I want to do.
Got it.
So that young man should watch because I think it's really fascinating. Consider the conversation around Coretta Scott King. I don't know how true this is, but
Right. Well, Ferrari definitely had the hold you down type of wife.
yeah,
Their relationship was not perfect. It was actually extremely toxic, but they were making it work. They made the business work. They made a lot of good moves,
yeah,
and we still know them today. So clearly things worked out.
right,
I thought the movie was pretty good. I just didn't really need the racing scenes. They didn't. If it, I felt like they were
yeah,
trying to do a little bit of both. Like we want
yeah,
to dance, we want to be a little bit of drama and a
right,
little bit of racing and a little bit of drama and a little bit of racing, and then just choose one. That's all you had to do. You just
yeah,
had to choose one. Either you're gonna be drama or you're gonna be action. We didn't need like drama, 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 action, drama, 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 action, drama, drama, drama. We didn't need. We knew it was a drama. We came for a drama. We were ready for that. We didn't really need the fake racing scenes and
and they were long.
yes. That was going to be the next and last thing I was going to say is that made the movie drag. I think if you take out the racing scenes and only show what we really needed to see, like niggas dying and cars exploding and stuff, when like just those little quick glimpses,
Yeah,
it'd have been a better movie. But it made the movie drag.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But it was cool. I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah, you give
Okay,
it a
cool.
7.5 just for
Ooh,
Cruise.
for, for Penelope.
Just because, yeah, justice for Penelope's character. I mean, just, oh
So
my
funny.
goodness.
For Mrs. Ferrari.
For Mrs. Ferrari, sorry. I don't know why I couldn't remember her name.
It's all good.
But
Anyway,
yes.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's what I've been watching.
Got you. All right, there you go. Y'all got what we've been watching. You got a Ferrari review you didn't even know was coming. You didn't even know you needed. And now we're out of here. We will see y'all tomorrow night.
Well, put it in the comments if you saw any of these shows or movies, and let us know.
Yes, please do.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Bye.